Hi, guys. Thanks for joining my YouTube channel. Today, I will be discussing the situation with Wanda going live, questioning Sugar Mama's paternity and whether or not she is Martell's daughter. I'm going to start out by saying that is totally wrong, okay? What Wanda took to Facebook saying and mentioning is totally wrong. Okay? The question I have for you all is, did Melody open up a can of worms? Is this a free for all? Does Wanda have a right to come back at Melody because Melody came for her and Tisha with the Tisha's dad is in my inbox? I mean, this is a tit for tat. We know what this is. We've seen this plenty of times. Is it a free for all? We've discussed this previously in my videos. There is always going to be a reaction to your actions. The same thing with Melody and Martell. No, Martell is a man. It's not the norm for men to come back at women and state their claim and state, what they want to say. But Martell broke that image. He broke that stereotype. He broke it. It was Melody's prerogative to put out her information. It happened to her. She had a right to speak about it. She had a right to sing about it. She had a right. We all agree with that. But you give the other person who is involved also in this situation the right to tell their story. You give them ammunition to come back and give a story, whether true or false. Whether true or false, it's up to the hearer and the viewer to decide whether they want to believe it or not. No matter how much you combat what they're saying, you've given them the opportunity to respond to what you've put out. So this is the thing of there is always a reaction to your action. So what we find here is that Wanda decided, because the opportunity was given to her, not that she wasn't talking about Melody every chance she got. But this is a scapegoat, pretty much. This is fuel to her fire. This is something Wanda perhaps has always wanted to talk about. But since kids was off limit and she wanted to respect that, my perspective, she didn't go there. But now that she thinks that it seems as if Melody talked about her child, which Tisha is grown, but it's still her child. This fueled the fire that she's been waiting to burn. This was her opportunity to let the cat out the bag. She's always been she's always wanted to say this. We know this. If we know Wanda, we know this. She's made accusations to this before. But now she feels like no holds barred. She could respond to what Melody said about her baby father, about Letitia's father being in her inbox. She combated that, saying that Mel messaged him back, and that was, I think, a year or 2 years ago. I want to say she said it was 2 years ago. He told Mel she was nice looking. However, this gave Wanda the ammunition to spread all of her vile that she's been wanting to spread. Now, Should Martell be a man and stand up and speak out about this? Yes. But will he? I don't know. I don't know if he will. I don't know if he will. If he will. Because, and we're saying, that's his ex-wife. That's his... everybody don't think like that. Men compartmentalize. Martell I don't know. He's in another world. He's considering his kids. He's considering getting back out there. You know what I'm saying? Putting his life back together. I don't know if he thinks this comes with the territory. I don't know if he feels like, Mel shouldn't have said what she said. She can handle her own. They're coming back at her because of what she put out there. I don't know. But from a realistic standpoint, outside of reality TV, because we don't know how much of this is fake and how much of this is real, we could almost assume and, we could almost discern what's fake and what's real, but not really, because you just never know. A lot of people do things for ratings, unfortunately. They will almost say and do anything, so you don't know whether to associate that with their character or, if they're just performing, as a character on a show. It's hard to differentiate, when watching reality TV. However, I just wanted to come and let's look at this. Again, we want to use these things again on this page as a teaching moment. Okay? Like I was saying about the Melody and Martell situation. Totally wrong. Totally disagree with what Martell did. Totally. You should be covering your wife by all means necessary, and your wife should be covering her husband. It's not one-sided. We know this. This, God teaches us this, but, a lot of us go in our own way. However, I don't know if Martell is still angry. He feels like he's been wronged in this situation. Mel was wronged in this situation. Look, this is reality TV. When you decide to put your life in front of the world, this is part of the package. So again, just to recap, what we're speaking about is Wanda going live, with her audience and making claims that one of Melody's children is not Martell's. Martell made it very clear on Dr. Heavenly's, Carlos King. He has no inclination that any of those kids are not his. He don't have a thought about that. Okay? So, Wanda heard him say some things, about abortions or whatever she heard. And, she ran with it. And, she also heard him talk about the attorney and, her having an affair or whatever. So, she's putting all these things in the mix to come up with what she came up with. All I'm saying is that when you make a statement about someone, you give them the authority to come back at you, whether true or false. Whether true or false. People don't want to take the high road and humble themselves and just don't get into that mud fight, that arena. But understand, when you put something out there, if the person wants to be petty, they may come back at you. And you don't have any control over that. That's all I'm saying. Melody put out her song. She put out her lives. She said what she wanted about her husband. It's not typical for men to respond and come back. But hey, that's what Martell did. Does he have the right? Yes. We don't want to, we don't want to feel that he does, but she gave him the ammunition and he took it and ran with it. It was his opportunity to get off of his chest and say to the world what he's always probably wanted to say. So thanks again, guys, for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.